All right, we are still adding and subtracting polynomials. This is the second video, and we are on example 6, modeling real life. All right, so it says a red water balloon is thrown straight down from a height of 200 feet. At the same time, a blue water balloon is dropped from a height of 100 feet. The polynomials represent the heights in feet of the balloons after t seconds. All right, so over here on the picture, you can see very small picture here, but there's a red balloon and there is a blue balloon. All right, so it says write a polynomial that represents the distance between the water balloons after t seconds. So the distance between here is what we want to find. And then B part says interpret any coefficients and constants of the polynomial in part A. All right, so if we need to write a polynomial, we're going to take the two polynomials that we have, and we want to find the distance between the water balloons. So we're going to start by subtracting the distance from where the blue balloon started from the distance of the red balloon. So let's go ahead and write that down. So we're going to have negative 16t squared minus 40t plus 200. All right, and we are going to subtract. When you subtract, remember you have to subtract the whole expression, negative 16t squared plus 100. All right, again, we need to distribute that negative sign to everything in the parentheses. So we're going to have negative 16t squared minus 40t plus 200, and then minus negative 16t squared is plus 16t squared, and minus 100. All right, once you distribute the negative, you don't need the parentheses anymore. The parentheses showed me that I had to subtract everything from this expression. Now you can just combine like terms. So we're going to have negative 16t squared and plus 16t squared. All right, then I have negative 40t. There is nothing to combine it with, so I'm just going to leave it by itself. And then I'm going to have plus 200 and minus 100. So again, you're just combining like terms. So here I've got negative 16 plus 16. That cancels. That leaves nothing. So we're going to have negative 40t. 200 minus 100 is plus 100. Okay, so the negative 40t plus 100 could represent the distance between the water balloons after t seconds. All right, so we know that because we subtracted to get that answer. So if we wanted to find out how far the balloons were apart at the initial drop, we could say let t equal 0 at 0 seconds. That's before anything dropped. And 0 would be 0 times negative 40 would just be 0, plus 100 would indicate that these two balloons are 100 feet apart at the initial drop. So when they got ready to drop the balloons, they were 100 feet apart. All right, so the negative 40t, that's kind of the slope. Negative 40 represents the distance in drops. So let's say we plug in t as 1. 1 would equal 1 second, because t is for seconds. 1 second times negative 40 would be negative 40 plus 100. So that means that would be 60. So the two balloons would be 60 feet apart after 1 second, okay? Because this represents the difference of these two polynomials. So basically you could say as the value of t increases by 1, the value of negative 4t plus 100 decreases by 40. That means that the balloons become 40 feet closer to each other every second. So negative 40 kind of represents the amount of the distance between the balloons as it changes each second. All right, that's all for adding and subtracting polynomials. If you have any questions, please let me know.